What is it that I can do for you now? I want to begin Sunry's trial now. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped. And once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you are pressed to trial. This is the role of the arbiter. I'm certain you wish to begin the trial now. Are you deaf, Flipperhead? Let's get this trial over with. Yes, let's begin the trial. Very well, human. I shall advise the court and we will begin immediately. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding are Judges Shelkar, Josa, Nailshikan, Kota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of the Sith Elassa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have any opening statements? Yeah. I can force persuade them all. Sunry is guilty of the murder. I have this recording as proof. A recording? Let this new evidence be entered into the records. Ah, this new evidence is most convincing. Doesn't care about procedure. Revan, he cares about justice at this point. This is, justice has to be served. This shortens the trial considerably. In light of this new evidence, there is no need to proceed with the witnesses or cross-examinations. This court hereby finds Sunry guilty of the murder of the Sith Elassa. In accordance with Selkath law, the prescribed punishment for murder is death. The verdict has been delivered and this trial is now over.
This is why we Mandalorians don't have courts. We prefer to settle things with trial by combat.
Yes! What a Chad. Remove the guilty party from the court. Ah, it's bittersweet. Journal entry added, experience points received, 400. Items lost. Yeah, it feels bittersweet, but... You have presented the data recording of Sunry killing Elassa to the court, and they have summarily found Sunry guilty as charged. Due to the nature of the crime, the death sentence has been decreed. Justice has been served. It doesn't feel good, but it was the right thing to do. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and see Alora. I'm sure she'll hate our guts, but I don't want to just, you know, leave it there. And she's gone altogether. I guess I'll talk to Jolie.
Got something on your mind, dude?
What do you think of Sunry's verdict?
You did what was necessary. Sunry was guilty. Sad as that fact makes me, justice had to be done. Doesn't matter that his victim was a Sith or that he was once a hero. I only wish that my old friend hadn't done it. But that's the thing about wishes. They don't come true. And now Sunry's dead, which is a shame. He was a good man, you know, once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
Yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad for Jolie. But, the way it goes, I guess. Non-holding cells, authorized personnel only. So we are barred from the jail now. Interesting. Alright, well, that's that done. Is there anything left to do in this district? Holding cells, Auto High Court, Mercenary Enclave. I may go back and quickly talk to the judges. Let's see here. Your task with the courts has been completed, human. You have fulfilled your role as arbiter to the satisfaction of this court. If you have any other grievances you wish to present, give them to the judge on duty at that time. You. Do not disturb me, off-worlder, I'm busy. Only those on legitimate business should consult the judges personally. Once your case is done, you should refrain from abusing your past familiarity. Public citizens are welcome on Manon, but official inquiries should go through the proper channels. Your function with the courts is complete, and you should not interrupt our proceedings in this manner. Do not waste time on individuals who are not involved in my legal jurisdiction. Do not disturb me. Okay. Completely unrepentant. That's more for our sake and our sense of justice than the Selkath. That's one thing about it, is Revan doesn't give a shit about their laws. It's just... the guy was a murderer and he killed... You know, he betrayed his wife. Not a good person. Despite however he may have been at one point, it would have been wrong to allow that to occur. Mercenary Enclave. I don't know about going back there. I guess I'll go back just to see if anything's changed.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now.
Yeah.
I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
I'll be going now.
Good. The longer I spend talking to you, the less time I have to talk to the mercs.
Yeah. In fact, we do need to talk to Shayless as well. I forgot about that. I think he's still here, isn't he? Yes, indeed. Let's give him the news. Human, you return. Have you information for me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you news of my daughter, Shasa? Yeah, I do, actually. I have information for you, Shayless. Excellent, you have done well. What have you learned? The Sith hired a Neridorian mercenary to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith base. See, this information is useful for a start, but does little to explain the truth of this matter. We must know what purpose the Sith have for these youth. Are they prisoners of the Sith? Are they even still alive? I must know more, human. I must know what happened to my daughter. The Sith are training the Selkath youth in the ways of the Dark Jedi. Yes, this makes sense. It is a wonder I did not see this before. Manon's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malak brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he will have a strong following among the Selkath people, strong enough to seize control of Manon and our KotOR. My daughter Shasa, she too has been indoctrinated into the Sith camp. I've convinced your daughter to turn her back on the Sith ways, Shayless. Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt, and yet my joy is tempered by the knowledge that the Sith still walk freely about Manon. Hopefully the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make the Otto City authorities take action. I hope so. You've done much for me, human. Here are the credits I promised you. I only wish I had more to give. Keep your credits, Shayless. A Jedi has no need of such rewards. You refuse my rewards? Truly, you humans are a noble breed. Perhaps my species has underestimated your kind.
Mighty generous of you. A little too generous, if you ask me.
Hey, kid. That was a good thing you did there. Almost brought a tear to this old man's eye.
Please excuse me now, human. I must go to speak to the Manon authorities about the Sith plot and what they have done to my beloved daughter. Journal entry added, experience points received 600 and light side points gained. Cool. How are we doing on our light side points anyway? Climbing back up. Missing Selkath. You have told Shayless what had been happening to Shasa and the other Selkath youths. He has thanked you profusely. He will report the criminal activities of the Sith to the Otto City authorities. They will decide what sort of punishment the Sith Empire will receive. And they already knew about it because we presented it to the court. But regardless, I think status quo, even with the Sunry thing going on, and Sunry being found guilty of murder, I don't think it's going to affect the Republic too much anyway. The Sith have shown that they were just in a coup. Anything that happened, what was Sunry and whatever, it's small potatoes. It's going to be, it'll be on page 4 of the newspaper or some shit. Page 1, Sith attempted coup. But anyway, I don't think we have anything to tell Milko, do we? I mean, news for me, human. Have you discovered why the Republic is hiring mercenaries? No, I'm still looking into it. Once you have the answers I seek, I will gladly pay you the 500 credits I promised. Good stuff. Okay. Anyway, didn't accept the reward for that. I needed to get my light side points back up, and I think I'm a little tortured on that decision to turn Sunry, and I feel bad for Jolie, but again, the good thing sometimes feels bad. It's not always easy to do the right thing. So, I guess it fits. But anyway. Where do we gotta go now? We've got to go back to the embassy, I think. Jolie, Juhani, Canderous, threat from Zor. We've got the Gina Harridan, which is off-world. We've got the star map. Trouble with the Gizka would maybe, before we leave, we've got Bastila. Starforge, mission for the Republic, hiring mercenaries. Everything is pointing back to the Republic Embassy, so that's where we are going to go right now. I don't remember which district that was in. Otto City Central, I think, where it was. Let's go back there. Manon is not a super long planet. It's taking me a long time because I'm talking to everybody, but you can breeze through this really quick if you're determined. It's basically a couple of combat areas and talking to quite a few people, but only certain people, really. Is the embassy in here? No, it's further along, isn't it? Speed on the go. I think it's in the next one here. Yeah. Oh, we probably should sell stuff, but I suppose I can wait until after we get done with whatever's in the embassy. It's not incredibly important that I, Public Enclave, you see it's called. It's not an embassy, it's an enclave, except when you talk to people about it, it's an embassy. Whatever. Alright, Roland, you son of a bitch. You knew about that, too. You knew about the recording, because it's in the base. You didn't tell me. Made it sound like, where's Jolie?
What?
Sure.
And you need...
Hey, Jolie, can you, get yourself over here, please?
Yes?
Yeah, he knew about it. It was on their computers. So... what gives? Why did you not come clean? Might have figured something out together. Could have avoided this situation, but no.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Yes, I have it. Here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manan is the sole source of KotOR, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
What has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes KotOR exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway. So we made a deal.
What sort of a deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KotOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Why have you not investigated?
As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
How will I get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our KotOR packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Journal entry added, experience points received 600, items received, and items lost. What did we receive, first of all? Submersible Bay key. The key to the submersible bay in the Republic Enclave in Otto City. And we got a journal entry. Star Map Manan. The Republic has constructed a secret facility at the bottom of the Rackard Rift, with the purpose of secretly harvesting KotOR and synthesizing KotOR. Roland Wand has offered the use of a Republic submersible to travel down to the ocean floor so that you may investigate. He mentioned that the Republic has run across some sort of old ruin near the rift itself. Well, that'll be what we're looking for. We have a mission from the Republic. Roland Wand, the representative of the Republic on Manan, has told you that the Republic has made a secret base underwater near the source of the KotOR emissions to study and eventually synthesize KotOR. They ran across some mysterious ruins that may be related to the star map. Unfortunately, something happened down there at the base, and all contact was lost. Roland has given you access to a submersible to go down to the base, find out what happened. Hopefully, this will lead to one of the star maps as well. I don't know why we needed 2 of those. Alright, so before we leave, talk to Roland a bit more.
When you are ready to explore the Rackard Rift, enter the Republic base. In the KotOR packing room, there is a door leading to the Republic submarines. The sub will have a course to the Rackard Scientific Research Facility charted in. It will take you to the Rackard Rift. I wish you luck on your quest. Hopefully a Jedi can succeed where so many others have failed.
Yeah, wonderful. So you don't even have anything else to say. We can't talk to you anymore. Also, before we go down there, Jolie Juhani Candaris, star map is down there. Mission for the Republic, that's down there. Threat from Zor, that's when we go back to the Hawk before we leave the planet. These are off-world, this is off-world. That may be back to the Hawk before we leave, off-world. Done, down there, off-world. Republic Mercenaries, this is done. Republic Mercenaries, the Selkath Nilko is suspicious about the Republic hiring mercenaries. He claims to be a friend of the Republic and is merely seeking out information to find out if something is wrong. He says he will reward you if you find out why they've been hiring so many lately. Alright, we're gonna go back there and let him know before we go down. I don't remember where he was exactly. I think he was in the Mercenary Enclave, wasn't he? Yes. East Courtyard, West Central. Alright. Back to West Central. Revan has very little regard for Roland right now. He doesn't give a shit if something bad happens. Especially when he's about to go down there and solve their problems. So, I mean, to Roland personally, to the Republic, not so much. And besides, I mean, this guy says he's a friend. Is it further along? It is. Nilko says he's friendly to the Republic. I'm fairly certain no matter what happens, it's not going to matter that much. It's not going to really change anything, because if the Republic doesn't do business with the Selkath, then the Selkath have nobody to do business with, because the Sith are probably about to be given the boot. I mean, that's a coup. That's a little bit more than taking some excess KotOR or some shit, so... Have you news for me, human? Have you discovered why the Republic is hiring mercenaries? Yes, they're sending them down to a secret base on the Rackard Rift. And besides, the Selkath themselves are part of this. They were saying that some of them were sympathetic to the Republic's cause, and they were working with them. So this is, yeah, this is whatever. This is within their own government. There's a faction of them that are rallying for this, so I don't care. Rackard Rift, it is as I feared. The Republic is fortunate I was the one assigned to investigate this case, human. Allow me to be blunt with you. If I report this violation to my superiors, the Republic will be banned from Manon, but I do not wish to do this. I see the Sith for what they truly are, ruthless and evil. The Republic has always respected our independence. But if they fail, if they fall on the Sith will they will be quick to send an invasion fleet to conquer Manon. Correct. But I cannot simply ignore what the Republic has done. The Rackard Rift is a source of Manon's KotOR, and I fear the science station may damage production of the delicate resource.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the KotOR, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
You must tell the Republic to stop this madness at once. Make them shut down the facility and recall their people before they do something we all regret. They can't. The Republic has recently lost contact with the science facility. Of course, I should have realized. Doubtless they were hiring the mercenaries to investigate the situation, but I fear mercenaries alone may not be enough to save their situation. There are ancient mysteries within the Rackard Rift that even we Selkath do not comprehend. I fear the Republic has awakened something that was best left undisturbed. Sounds like you know more than you're telling me. Had I any information, human, I would share it with you willingly. You have done the right thing informing me of this, but I must ask something more of you. I fear the mercenaries will not find the answers the Republic is looking for. They prefer blasters to brains, but you have shown yourself to be resourceful. Perhaps you can succeed where the others have failed. Investigate this facility, human, and I promise to keep my silence so that the vile Sith do not gain from the Republic's foolishness. I only hope my silence does not lead to disaster from it on. Here is the payment I promised you. And now I must take my leave, human. My superiors are expecting a full report from me, and there is much I must do to ensure they cannot uncover this Republic's actions. Aside from just not telling them. At least this guy paid us, though, so there's that. He might have just not have even paid up after all that, you know, and kind of just went straight into asking us to do something else for him, but I'm glad about that. Journal entry added, credits received 500, experience points received 500. Alright, completed quests, Republic hiring mercenaries. You told Nilko about the Republic facility in the Harakert Rift. He thanked you and said he would try to cover for the Republic's actions. It seems that some Selkath, at least, are definitely on the Republic's side. Well, that's nice, and, you know, I mean, we have no reason not to believe him. It would have been interesting, it would have been really interesting if the game actually based this guy's dialogue off after our actions with the other Selkath and the Selkath youth. If we proved ourselves to have been good on that regard, it should have affected him, I think. You know, maybe have him actually sell us down the river if we had to come back to him and we had not solved the Selkath thing so properly, or to have such a positive resolution of that and actually saving the youth. That would have been interesting, and then suffer the ramifications of being of you know, conspiring against the further conspiring against the government, and actually implicate the Jedi as well as the Republic. That would have been cool. I would have gone that route, but with so much to do, that, I mean, you can't expect developers to think of every little thing all the time. But it would have been cool if there was a bit of reactivity there, which is rare in KotOR, to be fair. There's not a whole lot of kind of quests and tasks and things and characters. They're all rather insular, and they'll reference things that happened before, but they don't often react to other things that happen around in the world. It's kind of a flaw in the early RPGs, I think. Some were better than others. The Witcher 1 was really good at doing that sort of thing, but it came along a few years after KotOR, I think 4 years later, so bit of development in that amount of time. Not that they couldn't have done it here. I think that would have been interesting if they had. But anyway, let's go back, I guess. I think we have to go all the way back to the place where we were just now, unfortunately. Get prepped to actually go down the sub. Which way was it? It's this way. I like having a clean quest log, though. Feels good, especially when you get towards the end of a planet. Things start to come together. Gotta keep going. One more over, I think. Zooming right along. Gotta love force speed. Where are we going here? Public Embassy, yes. This way. Alright, I will sell stuff later. We don't have enough in our inventory to really make it worth the time to bother with all that. Restricted access. Not anymore. We've got the submersible. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else in this hangar before I have this on? I'll look around for containers. You never know what's kicking around. It's pretty cool, though. We've got multiple submarines, too. They prepped one of them for us. Anything in here? No. That would have been a good spot for loot. but alas, there's no such thing. In any case, guys, we've been going on for quite some time, and I think my hard drive will probably be getting full again by now. This has been fun. I hope to continue it really soon and actually knock out Manon before the end of the year. Or before the end of November, anyway, because that'll be our, well, our annual stopping point because of Christmas and the holidays and all that stuff coming up. I'm recording this like maybe 1 or 2 days before Halloween. I hope you guys all have a great Halloween, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.